Hello and welcome back everyone to our Srijan Institute and Training Center YouTube channel. So we were discussing our object-oriented ABAP, and in this playlist we have seen total 5 episodes till now. This will be our 6th episode where we will discuss the getters and setters in object-oriented ABAP. Very important concept, getters and setters. So let's discuss that part. Okay. Getters and setters. So I will start with the introduction of it first. Introduction. What is a getter? So in object-oriented programming, it is never recommended, mandated to directly give the access of the attributes of the class. It is never recommended to directly give the access of the attributes of the class. So to restrict the direct access of these attributes directly, what we can do is we can make them private and we create corresponding getters and setters for them. So one is getters, another will be setters. Getters and another will be setters. So here the get word is being used, right? So getters are used to get the access of the properties of the class. Getters are used to get the access of the properties of the class. And if you talk about the setters are used to get the access of the properties of the class. Setters are used to get the set the properties of the class, not get the access. Set the properties of the class. Okay. Also in object-oriented ABAP, so in OOABAP, me keyword refer is used. Keyword is used to refer to the current object of the class. Two things are there. Me keyword is used to refer to the current object of the class. Okay, that is perfectly fine, right? So let's see its implementation part. I will go to my SAP system. I will go for AC38. I will create one program, getters and setters, and I will pass here executable, pass the package, transport request. Okay. So now here I will create two variables, two parameters basically. One will be employee ID of type its data element, or better I should write it 3 here, type character, and I will have another one, P employee name, type 40, type character. Okay. Then I will create my radio button, so PR1, type C, radio button group R1, and then I will create another radio button. So PR2 type C radio button group R1. Okay, so I will activate it. Let's go for go to text element, selection text, and here I will simply give their name. So employee ID, employee name, this will be the radio button for getter, and this will be for setter. Okay, activate it. Once it is done, what you can do is, now you can define the class. You can define the class here. So class, local class definition, and class, then local class implementation. Okay, and class. Then in between we will have our public section. We will declare our two methods here. One is will be get employee for getter, so get employee, and I will have one set employee here, so set underscore employee, and it will have the importing parameter which we will pass from the user. So importing p employee ID type same, so 3 type C, and it will have one more, so employee name 40 type C. Okay, right. Then I will have my protected and private section, and in the private section I will create my two variables here, or basically attributes, and I will pass their value. So 3 type character along with value also. We will pass some value so that we can change it at the runtime, right? This will be one value, another will be employee name of 40 type C, and let's say I'm passing its value as my name, Amrit Raj here. Okay, so private part is ready, right? We have got our public section where we are getting the getter and setter. Now we will go for their implementation. So for method get employee, not message, we'll have method here, get employee, method get employee, employee, and method, and here I will have another one, so method sec employee, this will be and method. Okay, is there any error? Comma, unspecified format. Okay, we will have to pass here data element. All right, no issue. I will go to my table and I will simply use my data element for employee ID and name. This is my employee ID, so I can directly use it here. Type its data element and name. Okay, right, we are getting it. Here also we can use our data element instead of this elementary data type. So data element, this will be employee ID. Okay, let's see, this will be set employee. Yeah, now it's fine. I will simply display it. So write statement, and I will display my ID and name. Then here I will do the changing. So I will go for employee ID is equal to employee ID that we are taking input, and employee name is equal to employee name that you are taking input, right? Then I'll go for startup selection, and after that I will take input to equal to x, and if okay, here we will simply call our first getter and then we will call our setter. So for that I will create the object of my class. So data lo underscore obj is equal to new and local class, okay, and then I will simply call the method. So lo obj and set employee, yeah. So we will pass the p employee id as the input, the parameter that we are taking from the user. So that part I'm going to use here, p employee id, this is the parameter, and p employee underscore name, this is what we have given here, right? So let's check that part. There is some issue. Okay, where is the issue? Not compatible. Why it is not compatible? What is the type here? Its type is okay. So it is not directly taking the value, no issue. We will use instead data element. So here I will use employee ID, and here I will use the data element. Activate it. Okay, so let's see that part. First getter, we are getting it. Now if I'm trying to change it to 100, and let's say I'm changing its name to Atul Kumar, I'll go for setter this time. So okay, in setter we are not printing anything. Yeah, we are not printing anything. So I'll again use the write statement here to check whether it is changing the value or not. So copy it and I'll paste it here, activate it. Okay, let's see that. Getter, we are getting the value here as 101 and Amrit Raj. And if I will go for setter, let's check. Oh, its value is not changing, right? Why its value is not changing? It should be changed, right? So let's put a debugger here and let's try to understand why its value is not changing. I will go for 200 and here I'll pass the value, setter, execute. So now go for desktop 3 here, F6, we are inside it. It will call the method, so I'll go inside it. Now what is the value here? The value is employee ID and employee name. So is it changing it? No, it is not changing it, right? It is not changing it. So that is what we need to write the logic here. We will refer to the current object, and how we will refer that? So by using the me keyword for the current object. Now it will be done. I will go and check here 200 and I will go for setter and execute. Well, it is not still changing. There is some problem. What is the problem here? It should have changed. So my value is employee ID. We are getting it, but this set employee is not working. Why? P employee ID. Okay, so instead of that, and p employee name, We are passing it correctly. What is the problem here? Okay, let's try to understand that part, right? I am getting the object, that is fine. Then we are calling it to display it, and when it is okay, so it is not changing, right? Instead that what we can do here, I will locally call my get employee. So let's try to call that. Yeah, is it possible? Yes. Here now I will check. Let's go and execute. 200, my name, setter, and execute. It's not changing yet. What is the problem? This getter is still calling the same value, right? It is calling the same value, and we are not getting the changes done. Okay, let's try one more way. Here I will go for sai savarsi check. So if sai savarsi is equal to 0, using the same object I will call the get employee. So lobj get employee, and I will activate it and check it now. So 200, name, setter, execute. Its value is not changing, right? But its value should be changed. I think there is something we are missing. Size of RC is equal to 0. P emp id pmp name t get employee is there, set employee, we have got importing parameter of this. Okay, then in the private section we have declared this variable for id and name. We have assigned the value for these two attributes. Then in the implementation I am simply displaying this id and name, that's fine. And here in the set employee I am adding the value to them. This is the problem. This is the problem. Sorry. P employee ID, and this should be P employee name. Yeah, now it will be fine. Pass it here, activate it, and execute it. 200, setter, and execute. See, we are getting it right. So this was the problem actually. Now I think this one should also work instead of this. Let's comment it out. Execute. 200, setter. Yeah, it is working, right? So that is perfect. This is how we can implement getter and setter. We will never allow the access of attributes of our class directly. Instead we will have the getter. Using that they can get the value, and they will be able to change it also by using the concept of setter. So this is all about this getter and setter video. Thank you very much for watching. Please do not forget to like and share. Okay, we will see you again.